Who's ready for a slow and painful proper playthrough? Hmm? I certainly am not. But, all the same, here we go. I'm going to be starting from scratch playing Starbound Frackin Universe. It's not just Frackin Universe, there's a bunch of big, heavy lifting mods on here. So, bear with me, because I'm going to have to finagle a few things in order to make sure that things play properly. For instance, the only reason I'm on this planet right now is because I had to turn admin mode on just to use the beam teleporter. I don't know what the problem with that is, but hopefully it will resolve itself in due time. We'll have to see during this playthrough for this video if that will be the case. Anyways, I think it's been taken away from me, so there's one easy way to tell. Anyways, before I get too out of hand here, thing about Frackin Universe is it completely changes up how Starbound is played. There's a lot of new stuff going on, so while you can do a lot of stuff that you remember doing, there's a lot of stuff that you won't. If you've got Starbound, I would recommend Frackin Universe. If you're not a modding kind of person, I mean, and you don't like this game, perhaps this mod will change your tune. I have a couple of other things on here. Starbound is built into Frackin, so that's here. I got Shellguard. There's Feast and Fire and Smoke, obviously. Although that one can be a little wonky sometimes. It has some strange effects. Galaxy and Conflict is another big one. There was one more that was fairly big. Arcana, I think it was. We're gonna move this to the side. It makes doing this a little bit easier. There. Good treasure. Alright. So, hang on. How do I... Right. We're gonna take all this stuff and just stash it. I want the sniper rifle and a pistol. Pistol with a... I did not bring a flashlight with me. But that's a spear, which is inherently going to be better than that. Your prototype. Doesn't have a secondary. Anyways. So. Let's start with this. What is this? Disabled ship in orbit of this world. There is a secret mission there. We'll check that out later. Alright, it's one of those poisony guys. They can be kind of tricky. All you have to do is, kill them and crouch. Crouch and kill. Very easy. I have got no flashlight, so I can't see anything. Ouch. Ouch. I'm getting hit a lot. Oh. Well, that ends that pretty quickly. So yeah, it's pretty easy to get overwhelmed and die. Yeah, starting out. So yeah, see, this is the problem I was talking about. I don't know why, I don't know how, but for some crazy reason, I can't beam down. Maybe if I take the teleporter and put it back down. That's not the answer. I don't know what the problem is, but it seems as though this is the only way I can get down. And I don't know why. Fitting music for that BS I have to do. Alright, all the same, we need to just start with metals. Simple things like that. The main goal of this playthrough is I am a curator. I'm gonna make a museum. The one I've always wanted to make, but I've always just come a little short of completing for one reason or another. Alright. Dealing with that room right there is going to be a hassle. And you'll find out why when I start ripping it apart from range. Can I reach that from here? I can't reach that from here. This is going to be very dangerous. Ah! There it is. Now you see why. I tried to do it from range. Unfortunately, the game is like, haha, JK, you're not allowed. I'm gonna have to look into that. I really want to know why that's doing that the way it is. Because I can beam down just fine normally. But having to switch to admin to do it, something's up with that. Alright. So now that we've completely killed ourselves on this thing. I feel like I should just like leave all of this stuff alone for now. I'll take that at least. Well, hang on. Do they have an ID card? Not that kind of ID card. I need a specific ID card for... I see med kits. I take it. Those will come in handy later. Okay, I'll take that too. Outside of that, I really don't see... I'm looking for materials and commodities. Like batteries, processors, stuff like that. Safety matches, nah. Cigarettes, no thank you. Meds, nah. Everything doesn't seem to be hostile. We can take that and bring the safe with us. That'll make for a great box. The slow and painful game. That's what it's all about. But once we get somewhere, this game will be feeling a lot different. Gotcha. It provides okay light. Probably should have brought a flashlight with me, but... yeah, I can make this pistol work. Switch to the rifle and take a good shot. There we go. Is this bear hostile? Nope. Doesn't seem to be. We are going to need a ton of coal in order to make the lights that we need to start with, because primitive lighting is the only lighting we're really going to get. For now. As suck as that is. So, we now have a variety of torches we can make. We'll make 40. Clear up some of the space so that we can place them. There we go. Right. Not the best down here. I'm gonna have to get a better tool for sure. Some explosives, perhaps. I almost want to see what that thing is over there. I am genuinely curious, but without any proper weaponry, I don't think I'd survive very long. I don't even have armor. Alright, I'm moving. Fine. Haha, you missed me. Good jump. What's that doing here? Miracle grass? Sweet. Oh, let me some miracle grass. Cotton, I believe we can also use for some genetics as well. Ow, you fiend. Oh! I am leaving that zone. They were very mad. Oh! Something was wrong. These guys are insane. Did he get him? You absolute Chad. That, I believe, was... No, that's a credit card. That's not going to really do me for... Run yourself through my spear. This must be the outpost that they were using. So, let's light it up a little bit and do a little bit of digging. Oh, a munitions workbench. This is a scrap bench. Both very important for Galaxy in Conflict. Burritos. Chips. Don't want any of that. We'll take this and stuff it all. I can take the pearl piece. That's okay. It'll go bad soon, but vegetable burger? Absolutely not. I don't eat those. Eat those. Okay. Seeds, hops, grass. That's okay. Not like I'm coming back for it anyway. Once I leave this planet, I am never gonna step foot on it again. Religious book. MRE. I don't know if I could eat MREs, but we could find out in due time, I suppose. We're just gonna steal fucking everything! There. A little bit more copper. Doesn't hurt to have a helpful amount of copper. It's good for wiring, which is the fundamental basis for most constructions. Right? So we're also taking all of the anything that we could find in regards to chests. Hey. Well, I got a chakram out of that. With throwing darts. Let's test it. It's kind of suck. Not gonna lie. In lieu of all the guns I can use, it is very suck. Alright, we've made it. Finally. So, now that we're here, we can talk with Visalij, or whatever his name is. He wants me to research geology and craft a furnace. This is... Yeah. So his lab is going to come in handy for now. But when I'm done with the place, I might take this teleporter and use it somewhere else. Actually, I don't think I can take it out of this place. So, we'll be back here a couple of times, I'm sure. If the game will allow us to come here correctly. Which I highly doubt it will. Anyways, the first thing we need to do is go down to research. This is the fundamental basis of all things Frackin Universe now. Everything has to be bought into, so you don't have to have every single little thing. You can pick and choose what you want to do. So if someone's down for doing the farming, you can have them do all the genetic stuff and earn your seeds and other stuff that you can turn into various helpful boons and effects. It is important to use this. This gives you a side benefit to being able to survive some of the worst and most harsh places in the pack. Alternatively, you can do beekeeping to get some resources, get resources from animals, plant growing opportunities, hunting, mining, fishing. So, I mean, good stuff all around, generally. The survival, the agriculture area is pretty solid for your more passive stuff. Armor and weapons, of course, is a progressive upgrading system. Although different materials have different properties and different armors within those materials can do vastly different things. For instance, Ferocium gives you access to immune to all cold armor, the Arctic set, which is really great. But it has other things like the Replicant's hard suit, and as you can tell in the corner, it'll say right there with that green star, this is a melee hyper tank armor set. This is a melee balanced armor set, and this one is a melee tank armor set. With different immunities, different bonuses, different everything, so each armor is useful in their own rights for different situations. So it's important to have a big collection of armors. That's very, very important. Yeah, I can't take anything here. So what he wants me to do, actually, is go into research, geology. I've already got some research points, and this is one of the cheapest things you can buy at 90. And I've grabbed a little stone, so boop. Crystals, 320. I think I'm going to save that for now. We're going to start with copper, because that's going to be important very soon. We're going to do iron, because that's the fundamental basic metal we can get. And we're not going to touch amber, because that is different stuff altogether than what I'm after at the moment. Gold, actually, is going to be very important soon enough. I've already found one ore of it, so we can actually collect that. But we're going to have to wait a hot minute. I think it's every 2 seconds or so. It will give you a research, which is dependent upon the difficulty of planet you're on. So if I were on a difficulty 10 planet, I get 11? No, it's 10. 10 per second. Plus 1 or 2, depending upon how many hours I've been playing. So there's a spread there. There's a spread of usefulness there. But yeah, even here there is a progression, as you can tell. We're kind of in the tier 1 zone. Once we hit here, we're in tier 2, which is not really that complete. Tier 3 is when things start popping off, starting with titanium. Tier 4 is the Durasteel space stuff, which starts getting crazy. Tier 5 is the elemental stuff. This is where the game starts telling you, like, you gotta go to super cold planets, super hot planets, all that stuff to get certain things. And then Tier 6. Tier 6 is where you get the ridiculous stuff. This is, ultra cold isogen, ultra hot pyrite, solarium, and densinium. Densinium is exceptionally hard to get because the super dense planets will crush you upon entering the atmosphere. So you need what is it? Gravity resistant, pressure resistant armors and stuff like that. What we're after though is right here. These are our brushes and Archaeology Table. This will allow us to do the most important part of the museum, the fossil exhibits. And this is going to be the most painstaking part of all of this. I'm probably going to end up doing some exploration in half of the time to find as many fossils as physically possible. So once we get those fossils, and we've constructed a bunch of different ones, dependent upon how many are in each piece, we can build these displays and set up a really nice space station exhibit for anyone that has a ship. It should be a good time, I would say. At least that's what I've been That's what my main goal is. There's obviously a lot of other stuff that you can do in this. If you like mechs, you can do mix and matching with that. All of your tech tables are down here. This tree is really kind of the main progression tree through Frackin Universe. It wants iron and copper bars and a little bit of research, which by the time I have them cooked, we should be ready to do. So I'm going to switch my hotbar, find my furnace. Oh, right, I haven't made the furnace yet. So I needed the torches to make a campfire. I need the campfire to make... Oh, right, I need an Inventors Table, which means I need some timber. We'll grab some of that. It'll come in handy later, I'm sure. So, now that we've got all of that, we can make the Inventors Table. This is the first table we'll make, and the most important, because it's the table that makes all tables. Perfect. Shut up, Sail. I don't care what you have to say. I already know what I'm doing. Moldy flower. Does that come with a seed? No, it doesn't. So, we are after the primitive furnace right there in the middle. To upgrade later, we're going to need tungsten, silver, and stuff like that, so we're not going to worry about that too much. I used a little bit of mud to get to here. Let's go grab a little bit of mud. Just a puddle of it. I could actually just take these. Yep. Nice and easy. I believe I'm going to need more stone at a certain point. Later on, we'll have tools made explicitly for ripping the ground apart. The first step in that is I need to make the Warframe Foundry, which requires a diamond and plenty of iron. Once I do that, I can get access to the techs and stuff like that that can supersede needing the vanilla techs. Or the Frackin techs for that point. He wants me to do another research. We're going for the Foraging Station this time, for hunting and all of that like, which is not as important. Foraging is under agriculture. Yeah, I had just enough for it. Perfect. Agriculture in the... create a foraging station. Alright, so it wants me to now make the foraging station. Boop. Engineering and create an engineering table. It's just going to do one after another. So, engineering table. We're going to need 150 for this, which means more research, and we need to make those bars. So, let's make those bars. As many irons as we can get, as many coppers as we can get, and I'm probably only going to get a few golds. Yes. Yes, verily. Okay. We've pretty much expended this place to its logical conclusion, so we may as well continue looking around. Five potatoes. I'm sure I'll find potatoes in this world. Ow! Go harass someone else. There. We want to be kind of careful in this room. There's poison all over the ground, and I can't pick up liquids yet. So... I fell in. Butterfingers. Okay. Any iron is always good for me. Because I need as much iron as I can get for that Warframe Foundry. What I'm actually going for in that foundry is the no-SAM cutter, which is a significant increase over this horrible matter manipulator. At a certain point, I will switch back to manipulators, but not right now. Look, a bee. I don't think that's a fossil I can get. Alright. We want to go up, actually. We're just exploring around a little bit. Turtle. Butterflies. Alright, now for a little access tunnel to get to the surface so we can do a little bit more exploring. I think we could just take a single notch out the side right here. Yes. That gives us a ledge to, like, kind of grab onto, and then we can, like, clear out this. And that's access to the surface. Please leave me alone. What's in there? Nothing. I'd like to increase my jump height. Haha. Trapped in there. Uh-oh. He's gonna absolutely kill me. Or I'll kill myself. One or the other. Pain. So, this is, not going very well. Ship locker's empty. What's up with that? I should have a flashlight. I don't see one. There's a shock grenade. Oh, right. Doy. I forgot. Riot stun spear, 22.2 on an 0.9. I don't like that sniper rifle. Entrenching tool, which I believe is good for digging. Wiring tool set, kind of useless for me. We'll just read that. I don't think we can read that, though. Okay. Credit card. I don't think I'm going to need that. I can sell it. Didn't I have another box? Contraband. Munitions, minerals. Vehicle crate. I know. So now we have all this extra vehicle stuff that needs to be put away. Sure, mech body. Wow, that's not a mech piece to scoff at either. That is. Fuel rod. I had one more thing that I got out of that, I'm sure. All of this junk is going to have to go into a separate box. Probably this one. Okay. Don't need that anymore. I've already read it. We just need to put all of the stuff that's kind of more or less junk in here. We can keep everything else. So, hand phones, diaries, batteries, processors and stuff, weapon parts. Oh, we'll put the money in there too. I don't know if that spear is better than this spear. It's not. I mean, it is. So, that's worth 1,000. So, that's going to get sold at a certain point. We're gonna put a selling chest right here. I have a secret strategy for making big bucks, but it's gonna require me finding a specific thing on my travels. So we're just gonna dump all the stuff we don't really want in here. Actually, you know what? I'll put the stun spear here for melee. 2 is light range and 3 is heavy range. But I don't like the rifle, so that can go away too. It's not worth a lot. Nothing is. Especially not that grenade. Ooh. Okay. Everything is more or less a go for later on excursions. Right. We'll figure out what's up with that sooner or later here, I'm sure. I'm just glad that the lag problems I was having are no longer there. Alright. We'll take a little look-see at the other protectors are out there. We'll do it later. Tricky. There. Use the spear to keep them away rather than actually fight them with the main strike, because that strike can be very annoying to deal with. But if you keep them on the tip, you'll bleed them down. Alright, we're actually, like, kitted up to a point now, so we can do a little bit more work. You made it drop a rat, you pest. Yes. Don't see anything here. The Metroid music kicked on. This is a cover done by somebody else, so, Nintendo, no, go away. That could have been pretty nasty. Those things are known to be, quite good at ripping you apart. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The bats are scary when you don't have a good gun. Gotcha. Storage matter. Alright. We're gonna have to rely on using the gun here. Cool. I'm adapting. Good enough. Good enough stuff. Every box we get is a step closer to the ultimate boxes. Uh-oh. Yes. Something big in those waters over there, I can see that. Let's take everything we can. And when we run out of space, there's a solution for that as well. In fact, to the point of where I can be a literal pack mule. I don't need to store anything on my ship. I can store everything on me. But I'd rather have a ship for storage. I like keeping things in a certain place. We are tearing this place up pretty good. Ouch. There. Now you can't get up to me. How do you feel? How do you feel about that, fiend? You absolute rapscallion. Okay. He's coming. I don't think these things have any powers outside of the shell. So I can just take them out real quick. Okay, there's an entire path up there. Once we get through this zone, we'll save the, weird teleport for next time, huh? Because I'm sure that thing's gonna be a whole extra beast to deal with. This thing's so annoying. Get out of here. We eaten that meat that I picked up. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm so used to playing the other things. I had no idea I can't eat raw meat. It's not gonna take away poison. Especially food poisoning. That should prolong the effects from killing me, though, which is the biggest benefit out of the whole thing. Good stuff. Aha! Stab King. I am the Lord of the Stab. We're just gonna take most of those platforms. They could be put to good use. Gotcha. Fighting with a spear is one of my least favorite things to do. But a spear is good for keeping things from getting to you, especially when you're poisoned. I knew he was gonna leap at me. Take some of that. That's a traveler's bag. It only had salves inside of it. Which, I mean, I'll take a salve. Yes. Barrel's empty. I can take that. Get some spears up there. I could take that. Could probably grab some of that clay, but I don't really like building brick houses. I've never been a fan of that aesthetic. Okay. That's the nice thing about this first dungeon, though, is you tend to get a lot of core fragments. That's in vanilla, too. You'll find core fragments in all of these chests. Only really these chests. Alternatively, you just go to the bottom of the planet, and there's a ton down there. But why do that? I'm pretty sure that this area gives you just enough. Now you see why we've moved our inventory over. It makes the looting process all the more smooth. That's a new gun. The Timpa Matter Shooter. It's very bad damage, great rate of fire. This thing, intense energy for a poor rate of fire and okay damage. Let's try this. Oh, I hate it. I have never been a fan of burst fire, but I'll tell you what, it's better than using that thing. I'll have a higher chance of hitting, which is funny. We are just collecting. We're almost through with this place. Still haven't found a diamond, though, which is really kind of a mission success. I think I'll find that in the bottom of the world. More Metroid music. A little bit of iron. A little bit of lead. Lead is an integral resource for mid to late game. Can I... Oh, no wonder. So we're just gonna tunnel upwards. There's something up there. I think I can jump up to that. Yes. Oh no. You stay in there. So, my biggest issue right now is I don't have my medical supplies hotbarred. We're gonna fix that immediately. There. Yeah, get away from me. This is my zone. Alright, I should have enough for plenty of torches. We're gonna make that number 3 for now. Ooh, aged bourbon. That's great money. Machine pistol. Energy per shot 0.8. This one's 2.3. Rate of fire 13.6 versus 8. So it's almost better in everything except for damage. But damage I don't care that much about. Oh, it's one of these. But that is very accurate. That's what I've been after. And I never put my torches on my hotbar. Yeah. See, we're already getting somewhere. It takes a little bit. The start is always slow. Such as the will of, like, every single survival game out there. Get back. I will tap you on the head. There we go. We want in there. We're just gonna drop down. Another trick, if you're using the improved storage mod, if you've never opened the chest before, you can break it and it'll break like normal. If you open the chest though, it permanently locks the chest as a storage item, as a keep storage item, so that you can like carry it like a bag filled with stuff. So there's a switch on all of them that you can set to turn that off for individual chests. But I mean, you could just break it when you first see it, and it'll drop all the stuff and be just a regular chest drop, which is what you want typically if you're just looking for them to break them down. There's a lot of things that you can think about and hoard while you're out there. Let's do this. We've more or less covered the entirety of that dungeon, so we're just gonna run this real quick and then run back up to the surface. Here we go. The stun is wonderful. The stun is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, I made that jump. That's crazy. That's some crazy stuff right there. This is like baby's first challenge portal. I'm okay with it because it's warming me up. Well, this part's gonna be fun. Just in case I screw up. Want light taps on the spacebar for that. Oof. Maybe a light tap there, heavier tap, big tap. Huh? Huh? Oh no. We have failed. We have failed in the dumbest way possible. That is unfortunate. There's usually good stuff in those. Anyways. We're not going to deal with that right now. We'll beam down and check that. Teleport out. When I come back to it. But first, let's do a little bit of setup in here. Because we need to get this crap out of here. Oh, right. The ISC fortuitous. I am not able to breathe over here for some reason. There's a weird thing with the build your own ship thing. It'll if you have the atmosphere system set on, it can act a little funky when you're in certain areas. See? Like that. I don't understand it. I probably never will. But alas. Look at all these nice treasure chests that I found. See, it's doing it up here too. I might have to figure out what block it is that's causing those discrepancies. Either that, or I could install a powered, gravity field for my ship, which is probably going to be the way to go. That's what I did to fix the other problems on other characters. Oh, make it throwable. Anyway, we have a few things to put down. Temporarily, of course. I don't really wanna... We're not gonna put down that stuff. Where is my... I left it on the planet, didn't I? Mage pouch. Hey, that's a cool pistol. Healing? Healing? No. Money. I guess that's money too. Yeah, that's all probably money. Alright. Until next time, I suppose, then. That's a cool spell, honestly. Alright, so we're gonna figure out what that little teleporter does next time, as well as see if we can't collect the rest of the stuff that we need, finish up all of Visalage's missions, and find that stupid cavern that it wants me to find. I've always had problems with that quest. I don't know why, but we'll get to it when we get to it. Until then.